Good morning, grade 2 and 3. And the great news is it's Thursday and we've got our live PE session. So I hope you're all well. Give me a smile. Lovely. Now, you're going to do a warm-up with Mrs. Garrett and Maisie this morning. And Hattie, she's just finishing her Arabic lesson, then she'll join us. Then we are going to pass you over to Mr. Williams, who sat very excited waiting for the main part of the lesson today. So we are focusing on strength again today, about upper body, getting ready for Mr. Williams' lesson. Okay, so make sure you've got some space. Okay, so we're going to start off with just a gentle jog on the spot. That's it, nice and steady. Try and stay on your toes. Brilliant. Keep going. Lovely. Okay, now just start bringing those knees up. Good. So we're just getting our legs moving a bit faster. Make sure we're using those arms. Good. Keep going. Going. A little bit faster. Wonderfully. A little bit faster. Good. Bring those knees up. Brilliant. Keep going. 10 more seconds. Come on, let's make it fast. 9, 8, 7, 6. Good morning, Hattie. Good morning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Just take it down to a steady march. Okay, make sure you've got enough space either side of you. The girls, you go in the front and I'll go behind you. Because we're going to be working on our upper body today, we're going to make sure our shoulders and our arms are nice and warm. So, put your arms out for me. Okay, so we are going to circle our fingers. First of all, really small circles. The size of a marble. Good. Keep those arms out straight. Okay, now let's do size of a table tennis ball, ping pong ball. So slightly bigger than a marble. Tennis ball. Come on, keep going. Let's do rugby ball. So that's got a funny shape, hasn't it? Not quite a circle. So, netball. The netballs aren't that big. Football. Similar sizes, aren't they? Netball and football. Beach ball. Marble. Tennis ball. Football. Marble. Beach ball. And hot air balloon. So big, bend your knees, touch your arms. Good, and just shake your arms out. Okay, circles backwards, both arms together. That's it, really get them right past your ears. Good. And forward, so butterfly. Are we missing butterfly? Yeah. And if you can, one arm forwards, one arm backwards. Can you do it? If you can, up the other way, that's harder for me. See? You do arm circles. Oh, sorry, Susie. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing now. I think I'm doing backstroke. Breaststroke. Front roll. Doggy paddle. Okay. Okay, take your arms back out and just swing them across. Open up our chest muscles, getting them ready for our lesson. So try and swing your arms back before you bring them across your body. And each time they cross over, different arm at the top. Yeah? Good. And then at the top, really push them back behind your ears and swing them down. As you swing them down, try and let them flop down, just relax. Okay, again from the top, and swing them down. That's it. Once more, from the top, and swing them down. Good. Okay, so second part of the warm-up. We are going to look at the bunny hop and the V-sit, okay? So if I just bring you down here so you can see. Now we did a little bit of this yesterday in our lesson. We did it in a direction. Do you remember the north, east, south, west? Don't worry about that. We're just going to look at the bunny hop going in one direction. So your hands down on the floor, okay, keeping them shoulder width apart. And then all we do for a bunny hop is we look down and we pick our legs up. We can have our legs bent. We just want to get our legs off the floor and our body weight into our upper body, our arms and our shoulders. Now to help us do this, we also need to ask our tummy muscles to help us, okay? So in our warm-up game now, we are going to switch between the bunny hop and the V-sit. So let's just check the bunny hop first. Everybody show me 10. Picking your legs up. Asking your arms to control it. Tighten your tummy muscles. Good. Okay. And then into the V-sit. So we know how to do the V-sit. So sitting on our bottoms. Asking our tummy muscles to work hard by bringing in. If I show you this way, girls, I'm just going to show them this way first and then I'll move. So bottom on the floor, legs up, easy, bent, and arms in. Gets a bit harder once you start moving your arms and your toes away. So we're creating that shape, that letter V. And as you move your shoulders back, you will engage your tummy muscles, and that's what we want. We want to make all of this nice and strong. Okay? So, in our little challenge, we are jogging on the spot. If Mrs. Garrett says, V-sit, you need to sit on your bottom and get into the V-sit and hold it until I say the next word, which could be jog or bunny hop. Okay? If you're jogging and I say bunny hop, you need to repeat the bunny hops until I say jog or V-sit. Got it? Yeah. Okay, so girls, you come into the middle so we can see you, and I'll stand at the back. So jogging on the spot. Jog, jog, jog. Nice and soft with your feet, knees up, getting yourself ready. Bunny hop. So keep going with those bunny hops. Control the movement. You're trying to get your bottom, your hips above your shoulders, girls. Jog. Maisie, that was much better. She held the legs up in the air. That's what we want. Try and hold those legs above your head. V-sit. Doesn't matter if you're doing the easy version or the hard version. Well done, girls. Hold it. Keep holding it. Jog. Well done. V-sit. Very good. Legs straight if you can. Bring those shoulders back. Engage those tummy muscles. Bunny hop. Good. Jump. See if we feel in those bunny hops as we're getting our legs up above our heads. Yeah, and try and let them hold them there as long as you can. Okay. Come on, keep jogging. What's that? What's that? Jog, jog, jog. High knees, high knees. Come on. We're getting the body moving. We're getting warmed up, ready. Bunny hops. Actually, that's it. Looking this way. Good. Yes, Maisie. Much better. Jogging. Bunny hops. Jogging. Let those legs hang in the air. V-sit. Jogging. V-sit. Jogging. Bunny hops. Come on, keep going, keep going. Out those legs up, hips above your shoulders. Keep going. V-sit. Bunny hops. V-sit. Legs up. Money house. Reset. Okay. I think you might be now ready and warmed up. Let me see. Thumbs up, does it feel nice and warm? Brilliant. Okay, I suggest you get a little sip of water, and I'm going to check if Mr. Williams is ready for you all, and then we will start the main part of the lesson. Grade 2 and 3, it's been wonderful. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I'm going to pass you over to Mr. Williams.
Good morning, grades 2 and 3. Mrs. Garrett, I'm just checking you can hear me. Just give me the thumbs up. Perfect. Okay. So for the next 3 weeks, we are looking at gymnastics. So every Thursday, we will do a gymnastics lesson. And what we're going to look at more specifically are handstands. So Mrs. Garrett has just done a brilliant warm-up, which will lead into our handstand lesson today. Now, before we go any further, I want to talk to you about safety. First of all, we're not in school, okay? So we don't have the school gym mats to use. So it's your responsibility to make sure that you have and you're using some of the following equipment. So first of all, you need to be using a soft surface. So as you can see behind me, I'm using a carpet as my base. So if I accidentally fall over onto my side or onto my tummy, I know I'm going to land on a soft surface. Now, if you don't have a soft surface, you could use some pillows, or even better, a gym mat. Maybe mum or dad has a gym mat at home. Okay. In addition, today, you will need 2 pillows that you will find on your sofa. Okay. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds now to go and get 2 pillows. Off you go. We've got about 40 with us today, which is great. So if you've just joined us, Mrs. Garrett has just done a warm-up, and I've asked everyone to go and get 2 soft pillows. I'll give you 20 seconds. If you've got your pillows and you're ready, just have another sip of water while you're waiting. And then we'll move on. 10 seconds. Okay, that should be enough time for everyone. So just to give you a little bit of information, today we are not going to do a full handstand. We are not at that stage yet, okay? Today we are looking at the preparation stage, and we're going to do 3 different activities which will lead nicely into next week, and then finally into week 14. So today, what I want you to do to begin with is to stand up in this bit of space. I want you to stretch your arms into the air. Push your arms up straight directly above your head. Come onto your tiptoes like a nice tall pencil. And that is the feeling of being in a handstand, but we would be upside down. Okay, so stretch up, push your arms up into the air, point your toes. And that is what we would feel like being in a handstand, but obviously we'd be upside down. So first activity today, we're going to need our 2 pillows. So our pillows today are going to be hot lava. I'd like you to put your pillows down on the floor like this. So one here, leave a little gap, put the second one the other side. So as you can see, I've got a pillow here, leave a small gap, and then put the other pillow here. So we're going to look at the preparation stage, okay? So remembering my strong pencil with my arms, okay, we're going to maintain that straight, strong pencil. And we're going to look at a little preparation stage before going into an activity, okay? So I want you to stand on the side of your pillow, or the hot lava as we're going to call it. Okay, standing sideways. Push your arms up into the air. Let me just change this so you can see me better. Can you see the hot lava? Yeah, yes you can. Push your arms up into the air. You're going to step over the first hot lava into a lunge. Okay, then using your hips, you're going to bring your arms down and your back leg is going to come off the ground like a human seesaw. I just want you to hold this position. So I've got one leg on the ground, one leg back, my arms are completely straight. My leg is in a lunge, I come back to the start. Okay, let's do that one more time. Step over the lava, arms in the air, come into a lunge. On my hip, I'm going to bend at the hip, bring my back leg up into the air, keep my arms straight. I'm going to hold that position as a human seesaw. Stay nice and tight. Now, Mrs. Garrett was doing some exercises with our core, some warm up. Now you can see the importance of how our core, our abdominals play in this row. Let's do that one more time. Back to the start. Feet together, push your arms up, lunge, step over, and then human seesaw. Cross, lift your back leg up, push your arms forward, and back to the start. Good. So that's the first stage, okay? We're now going to go on to the next stage, and we're going to use our piano fingers, okay? Get ready for this. So back to the start. 2 feet together, push your arms in the air. Okay, then we're going to lunge over. Then we're going to do our human seesaw. Leg up, arms forward. And now I'm going to drop my arms to the floor. And I want you to pretend to play the piano on the other side of the second hot lava. Come back up into your human seesaw. And back to the start. So there are my steps for my preparation stage, and we're going to do this about 10 times. So we've got our starting position, pushing your arms directly up into the air. You're going to step over the first hot lava into your lunge. You're then going to do a human seesaw, lift your back leg up, pushing your arms forward. You're then going to bring your arms to the ground, keeping 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the air. And you're going to play the piano with your fingers on the floor. Okay, we're going to do this 10 times together. Are you ready? Stand behind your pillow. Push your arms up. Step over the first hot lava into your lunge. Human seesaw. And down to play the piano. Play the piano. Back to your human seesaw. Back to the start. Okay, I've got a little challenge for you. Let's change over our foot. So if you stepped over with your left foot, now I'd like you to step over with your right foot and vice versa. Okay, just a little challenge just to see what feels better for you guys. This time I'm going to step over with my left. Okay, my right leg's going to go up into the air, push your arms up, into your lunge, human seesaw with the opposite leg. Can you hold the balance? And down to play the piano. On the floor, hold it there. Back to your human seesaw. And back to the start. Good, how was that for you? Were you stronger on your right leg or your left leg? Okay, there's no right way. You guys need to make that judgment call. If you prefer to be on your right, use your right. If you prefer to be on your left, use your left. So we're going to do that 4 more times together. But this time we're going to hold, when we play in the piano, we're going to hold that for about 10 seconds. Okay, Back to the start. You decide which leg you want to use. Push your arms up into the air. Lunge over. Human seesaw. Keep your arms straight. And then down to play the piano. We're going to do this for 10 seconds. Keep wiggling your fingers. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your human seesaw. Keep your arms straight. And back to the start. Good job. Take a rest, have a drink if you need it. So that is our preparation stage. That is how we prepare to get ourselves into a handstand. But like I said today, we are not going into a handstand today. Okay, we're just working on our preparation. Okay, so the second part of today is we're going to look at front support, which is going to lead on nicely to a frog stand, which we're going to do at the end of the lesson. Okay, so right now you do not need your pillow, you just need a soft surface. What I'd like everyone to do now is to get into front support. If you know what front support is, do that now. If you don't, you can listen to me. So all we're going to do is we're going to get into let me change my camera angle. We're going to start on all fours, so hands down on the floor, knees on the floor to begin with. And all we're going to do is we're going to lift our knees off the floor into front support. Very similar to a plank. Okay, I'm going to lift my knees off the floor, keep my body angle in a nice straight line from head all the way down to toe. I want to sag here in the middle, or I don't want my hips to be too high. I'm going to keep a nice straight body angle. I'm going to hold this. And this is called front support in gymnastics. Now, if you can see my toes are curled under at the moment. What I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to put your toes straight. Your toes are pointing down on the ground like a ballerina. I'm just going to hold that position. Should begin to feel lots of tension going through your arms. And relax. So like Mrs. Garrett said earlier in the warm-up, our core plays a very important role when we do a handstand. Okay, we need to be nice and strong in our tummy muscles. So we're going to do that 3 more times together. And this front support is then going to lead us on to our frog stand. I wonder how many of you know how to do a frog stand. So, ready? Back into front support. All fours, arms on the floor. Keep your knees on the ground for now. Take a deep breath. Ready? Let's go. Knees up. And toes straight like a ballerina. Hold front support. Keep your arms locked out. Try not to bend your arms. Keep your elbows locked out in front support. Keep your tummy muscles engaged. Nice and straight. And relax. Good. We're going to do that 1 more time before we get on to something very technical. Right. Ready? 1 more go. On your knees, arms straight. In 3, 2, 1, knees off the ground. Ballerina toes, straight arms. Engage your tummy muscles. Feel the tension in your arms. Keep breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Give your arms a bit of a shake. Have a drink of water while we get ready for our frog stand. Okay, so we need now one pillow. Okay, and this is very important today for this activity. So what I'd like you to do is to place the pillow down in front of you. Make sure you guys can see it on the camera. Okay, so I'm on my soft surface. I've also got a pillow here. Okay, 2 key items that you need today. You could use a towel or something soft, ready for this activity. So, frog stand is basically a good movement that can tell you, so whether it's Maisie Garrett on the screen, whether it's Hattie, whether it's Benjamin Hall Palmer, whether it's Hannah Schmidt, okay, this activity will tell you if you can support your own body weight. All right. So how do we do a frog stand? Well, very simple. We start off with 2 hands on the floor. Okay. Make sure you guys can see. 2 hands on the floor. I'm then going to bring my legs up quite close to my arms. Okay. So I'm in this position here. I'm then going to use the back of my arm and my leg to support my body weight. And what I do is on my back of my arm, my tricep, on the inside of my leg, I'm going to lean forward and my legs are going to rest on the back of my arms. Okay, it's very important that you've got a pillow down in front of you. So if I do fall forward, my face is going to hit the pillow and not a hard surface. Okay, so hands down, nice and straight. Again, we're keeping a nice straight arm. Okay, lots of tension coming through our arms. Please don't bend your arm like this. It needs to be straight. So lock your arms out. Rest the inside of your leg on the back of your arm, and you're going to tip forward. Keep your feet on the floor, and then come back. So all we're doing is rocking forward, rocking back. Okay, let's try that again together. Tension in your arms, lock it out. The inside of my leg is resting on the back of my arm, both arms, both legs. Okay, my feet are quite close to my hands. I'm just going to rock my body weight forward, keeping my feet on the ground, and I'm going to rock back. How was that for you guys? Was that easy? Yeah? Let's try that one more time together. Hands on the ground. Inside of my leg on the back of my arm, pillow in front of me, rock forward, and forward, 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 and back. Good. So was there a point where you felt if you went a little bit further, you felt like you were going to fall forward? Did you feel that? Well, that is going to be an important thing today. So when we do a frog stand, it's important that you feel like you're going to tip forward. And that's where our hands come into play. So when my hand is on the ground, okay, my hand is not going to be completely flat. I'm going to make a little curve with my hand. So this part of my hand here, the middle part, is going to stay off the ground. So in theory, I'm only touching the ground with my fingertips and the base of my hand like this. So when I tip forward, I'm going to use my fingertips to stop me from tipping all the way onto the pillow. I hope that makes sense. So one more time, my hand is not completely flat on the ground. I'm going to curve it just a little bit. The base of my hand here and my fingertips are touching the floor. I'm going to do that with both hands. And when I tip forward, I'm going to use my fingertips to push me back. Okay? Let's try that together. But this time, we're going to try and lift our feet off the floor. Okay? Very important. You must have your pillow in front of you here, okay? Because you could end up falling forward onto your pillow. So make that curve with your hands, slight curve. Put your hands on the floor. Get yourself ready. Put your feet close to your hands. And when you're ready, I want you to tip forward and I want you to see if you can support your body weight with your feet off the ground and without your head hitting the pillow. Okay, let's try and do this together. Tip forward, feel the pressure, and lift your feet off the ground. You need to feel as if you're going to fall forward. Okay, just hold it for a few seconds and come back. If you don't feel like you're going to tip forward, then you're not doing it right. Okay, so if you're just going to go in a little bit and it doesn't feel like you're going to fall forward, you're always going to end up coming back onto your feet. So you need to commit to this. You need to tell yourself, right, I can do this. And if I fall forward, I'm only going to land on the pillow. It's going to be a soft landing. Okay, so practice that for about 2 or 3 minutes in your own time. Remember, curve your hands. Weight on your base of your hand and your fingertips. Tip yourself forward. And try and lift your feet off the floor. Remember to breathe. And then come back. Okay. Now you're going to fall so many times. This isn't going to be perfect the first time you do it. But the more you practice your frog stand, the better you will become. Okay, a few more times. Hands on the floor. Remember that curve of your hands. Tip your body weight forward. Feet off the ground. And if you fall forward, you land on your face. And that's completely fine. Okay, if you're falling forward a lot, it's because you're not using your fingertips to push you back. Okay, that's important. You need to use the floor, use your fingers nice and strong to try and keep that seesaw balance, just like we did at the start of the lesson today. Yeah, that seesaw action. We're now doing it in a compact position. So my body's nice and tight, nice and small. And I'm able to get my feet off the ground while using my hands for balance. Okay, guys? So what I'd like you guys to do from now until next Thursday is to practice your frog stand. You can also practice the preparation stage, but we don't need that now. That was just to give you an idea of what it's going to feel like before we get our legs up off against the wall, because that's what we'll probably be doing next week. So frog stand, you could practice this every day. Okay, the more you practice it, the stronger you're going to become and the easier it will be. We can't move on to the next stage until we are able to do a frog stand. All right, so getting our legs off the floor, using our fingers so our body is like a seesaw. If you fall forward, please remember you need a pillow in front of you for safety. Okay, grade 2 and 3. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I hope you enjoyed today's gymnastics lesson. Try and get this done 2 or 3 times before next Thursday. I promise you, next Thursday will become a lot easier. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time. Take care.